This is Oppo's Reno2 and it comes packaged with the usual manuals, a pair of 3.5mm headphones, the 20W VOOC 3.0 flash charging brick, a pretty generous Type A to Type C USB cable, and the SIM tool. Last but not least, the package also comes with a case, which I really like the look and feel of, and it doesn't get in the way of the phone's shark fin hinge. Now, the Reno2 is quite similar to the company's earlier Reno. Its feel in the hand, weight distribution and size is about the same, but it also has that O dot to protect the camera lenses when on a flat surface, but more on the cameras a bit later. There's no official IP certification on this thing, and the reason for that is the shark fin hinge. It makes a return from last time and its design is seemingly unchanged, but one good thing is that the flash or flashlight doesn't need you to initiate the hinge like on the previous Reno, which I think is a really good design change. Under the hood, you're looking at Qualcomm's octa-core Snapdragon 730G, which just about powers the phone well. I've seen minor hiccups, but in terms of RAM and storage, the 8GB and 256GB configuration respectively should keep you covered. And if you need more, there's always the hybrid SIM or microSD card storage tray. Come to think of it, the phone is also really nice for gaming, and I haven't tried any specific gaming enhancements yet, but out of the box it ran Call of Duty Mobile just fine. Most of the software in ColorOS 6.1 also seems pretty unchanged. It still has that learning curve, but once you're used to it, I don't think it should be a major issue on top of Android 9.0 Pie. Another big part of the experience is the 20:9 Sunlight AMOLED display. It's a 2400 by 1080p panel, and at 6.5 inches it doesn't seem that big. I think a big part of that is because of the phone's very small bezels at a 93.1% screen to body ratio, and the panel itself, which also helps with multimedia. Content looks great on it and it's adequately protected with Gorilla Glass 6, complementing the Gorilla Glass 5 protection from Corning on the back of the device. The phone even retains the optical fingerprint scanner, which I think just does fine. But it's the phone's quad camera setup that's getting everyone interested. Its detailed specifications are on screen, and here are some samples from it. From what I've noticed, the ultra-wide camera actually works great for macros, and overall photos do have a pleasing feel to them. Oppo's own Dazzle mode makes a return too, which enhances colors for that extra pop, while zooming into subjects seems a bit underwhelming after the initial 2x zoom. The selfie camera I think is pretty good with great HDR, but when using portrait mode, that seems to dissipate very quickly. Here are some nighttime samples with the phone's ultra night mode, and you can judge the difference that the software can make. And as far as video goes, you can record up to 4K video at 30 FPS. Oppo has its ultra steady video mode, which locks you at 1080p 60 FPS resolution, and this is a sample of me running with that mode turned on. The phone also supports wide-angle video, but unfortunately wide-angle 4K video is not supported. So that's the Oppo Reno2. With it officially available in the UAE, it should be interesting to see how it stacks up with other phones. The 4000 mAh battery is something to test out in the long run, but knowing VOOC flash charging 3.0, I don't think it'll have many problems as far as charging the battery goes. Thanks for watching this video, and do stay tuned for more comparisons and the full review to come. This was Vaibhav, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios!